Honestly enjoyed driving that Toyota IQ. I know you probably won't believe it, but it really was an alright car. But why was I driving the Toyota IQ? Well, that car was from Rickag. They lent me it while mine was back with them. So one of the reasons my car was at Rickag is something I need to show you now. So this was going to be quite a major modification, and I will explain to you now why it couldn't happen. But first of all, one of the 5 things, I think it's 5, that I wanted to talk about why I love this car. First one is the luggage space. So here, the first point about one of the things that I like about this car, or like a lot about this car, is the luggage space. So the front, you can really fit a big sized suitcase in here. As you can see at the moment, I have a very big box at the back as well. I do want to show you very quickly. Open the back with the key. Oh, I don't know if you've just noticed, by the way, I wasted some money recently and made my key red, which I'm very happy about, and it matches my brake calipers. So it is the exact red. This is an official Porsche one, not a cheap copy from eBay or whatever. Very happy with it. A good way to waste some money. Anyway, going on to the back. So there is good space here for another bag. I mainly keep just camera equipment, but long story short, for a sports car, extremely good boot space. And as you can see, this, well, first of all, it's a really heavy box, but it is a very big box, which I'm having some difficulties getting out. Bear with me. Right. Here is a Soul Performance manifold, obviously 2 of them, not just one. These guys sent me the manifolds the other month. I was going to have these fitted. Now, what I didn't realize, which was a bit stupid of me, is these are not legal in Switzerland. They have Cell 200 cats in, and yeah, long story short, these don't come with the certificates you need to have it on the road in Switzerland, which is a huge shame. But I cannot thank Soul Performance enough for sending me these. I can definitely highly rate their products. The build quality is just incredible. There is a chance I might find to fit them for a bit. I've got some drag races planned with this and possibly something on track, so maybe I can fit them just for that. And as I've now found out, the only exhaust option for this car legally would be the Akrapovic, which is around 6,500. I mean, it's just massive money, and I'm finding it impossible to get a good deal on one. But let's jump inside and carry on talking about why I bought this car and what I love and haven't liked about it so far. That was number number 2 of what I love and have loved about this car is simply the sound. 3.4 flat 6. I've got it in Sport Plus now, which I didn't realise it becomes even louder in Sport Plus, and more crackles coming out of the back of the exhaust. It sounds pretty damn good. I mean, listen to this. Doesn't get much better than that from a car straight from the factory. Yeah, that is one of the main reasons why I got this exact model. I just couldn't have a Porsche without a good sound. On to number 3, which is the looks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is really almost nothing you can say that's negative about how this car looks. I'm by no means saying it's the best looking car in the world. Of course, the GT3 or whatever looks better, looks more exciting, but it's just a good looking car. It's not too much, it's not too little. So number 4 for me is just that it's a driver's car. So that means the way the car feels, the feedback. It's a mid-engined, perfectly or near perfectly balanced car, and it just drives incredible, especially on the corners. This is with winter tyres as well, so I've not got full grip, but still it drives absolutely superb. It really just is a driver's car, and the corners are fantastic. And on to number 5, what kind of goes back to the luggage space, it's the overall practicality and the interior of the car. So although it is a sports car which you can drive extremely hard and makes this mad sound, you can use it every day. It's got the luggage space, it's got seat heating, it's super comfortable. I've got the comfort seats in here. You can put it into normal mode, which I don't do often, and just drive it normally, which I don't do too often either. But when you do, it's super nice just to use normally. Nearly the whole interior is from really high quality leathers or Alcantara all down the side, on the center console. The whole roof lining is Alcantara. I mean, for the money, you get a serious car. And I think that is the thing with Porsches. You can drive them to the track, you can drive them on the track feeling like they are somewhat of a race car, but then you can get back in, drive home in total, or more or less, total comfort. And that is a big factor of why I bought this car, especially over other cars like a Lotus Exige or the Alfa Romeo 4C. I mean, both of those cars to live with on a day-to-day basis is just not very fun at all. I've driven the Alfa Romeo 4C for a week, and to be honest, I really didn't like the car, and there's zero luggage space. It was just extremely tiring to drive. And now on to some negatives, and that really is a difficult topic, and I'm not just saying that because it's my car. I would always be honest with you, no matter what the car, no matter what the situation. There's just very, very little you can say wrong about such a car in this price range. So the first thing is small things. It's like the seatbelt here on the passenger side. Often it's just rubbing against the side and you have to tuck it in somewhere or plug it in, and it's just a little bit annoying. Secondly, the onboard computer system is relatively outdated. It's just a bit slow. The GPS isn't that good, and it overall doesn't really look that nice. And speaking of that, one small annoying thing is that every time you turn the car on, the radio comes on. No matter if you've got the volume fully down, no matter if you've turned it off before, every time the radio comes on when you start the car, which I just find really annoying. Who in a company would program a radio to do that? It's really unnecessary. But this is, of course, small things. I wanted to find some things to tell you that I don't like about it. I didn't want to say it's just a perfect car, because it's not. But it's very close to being a perfect car for that money. I mean, in Switzerland, these are selling between 60 and 75,000 Swiss francs. And I think you're really going to struggle to find a better all-round sports car for that money that delivers this much excitement, delivers that sound, practicality, everything in one package, I think you just can't. You just simply can't. What is that? Some of the things you might see on small Swiss mountain passes is a Golf that sounds like it's got straight pipes.